I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Rush Hour is just getting started on Beaver County Radio. It's time for Driving in the Fast Lane with Frank Sparks. It's the show that talks about what's happening in the news, locally, regionally, and nationally. There will be guests, and Noah Haswell will have the news of the top and bottom of each hour. You're in the Fast Lane. And now, here is the host of the show, Frank Sparks.
And good morning to you. I just got to turn this volume up after Scott's been in here. I'm hard of hearing. Scott must be good of hearing because I just got to turn it up. But anyways, good morning. And still falling out from yesterday. Thank you to everybody who came out to Fisher's Foodland in New Brighton. We had a great day. A lot of great things collected for our Beaver County seniors. Today, we've got a lot we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the recalling from Waymo, or Waymo, however you want to say it, and they're recalling some of their software on their driverless vehicles. We're also going to talk about Pulaski Township. Curtis Walsh is going to call in 11 o'clock. But to start out with this morning, we have our good friend Brandon Antinopoulos, who is here this morning from Forward RX, making his monthly appearance. Good morning, Brandon.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
I am good. Yeah, thanks for having me here.
You falling out?
Yeah, and I heard you guys on the radio yesterday too, on location. Yeah, it sounded like it.
Yeah, it was fun, but it was a cold day, and lots of great things collected for senior citizens throughout our area.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a great event. Even Sheila, who comes in and big organizer for that event, and we're happy to sponsor
thank you for
that.
Sponsoring it.
Yeah,
no,
it's good stuff, and what the Fishers do with Foodland there. We're happy to do it. So glad it turned out well. Hopefully, I'll put in a request for a little bit warmer weather for the next one.
Yeah, the 22nd. I'm hoping. I looked ahead, and actually, we got all this cold weather. We got another cold front coming through next week, and then they're talking Christmas. We're going to be like in the 40s and 50s.
Of course.
So we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's been a while since we've had. I'm good though. This is like January weather now. So got up this morning and it was rather chilly this morning. You had your own trials and tribulations this morning as well. So, this weather's just not very nice at this point.
No, it's not. Well, as I said, it'll be. It's wild. You just want it for one day out of the year, or 1 week out of the year, and looks like it'll be another one status quo, I guess.
Just get us the snow and get out of here. Go away.
Yep.
But again, living in Pittsburgh our whole lives, that's kind of like what we're used to anyways.
Par for the course.
Yeah. So, well, this is a good time. At Forward RX, you get that new delivery service.
Yeah.
People can utilize that and let you be in the cold instead of them being in the cold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll gladly come out and deliver your medications to you. Yeah, right. You don't have to leave your house. So, if you wanted to utilize our services or see what we're all about and how we could help save you money on some of your medications, but, maybe coming into New Brighton was a little bit of a too far drive for you. We can certainly deliver to you now. So, we offer delivery all throughout Beaver County for the next day, as well as if you need something shipped to you, we can ship all through Pennsylvania and Ohio as well and send your medications to you.
So tell us a little bit about Forward RX.
Yeah, sure. So we are a pharmacy, independent pharmacy in New Brighton on the main street. We're at 809 3rd Avenue, right next to the old Rite Aid in town there. We opened May of last year, so we're a year and a half that we've been open. Our mission is to bring transparency, affordability, and patient choice back to healthcare. We do that by getting rid of unnecessary insurance middlemen that really create a hassle for folks at the pharmacy counter, as well as for the pharmacists, and also are responsible for a lot of the price increases for co-pays and premiums and things like that. So what we do is whatever it costs us, we just do a simple fixed markup, and we post all of our prices for everyone to see. So we have a price checker on our website, fwdrx.com. If you want to go check out the prices on your medications, you can do that. So at least that way, if you just are curious of what your medications actually cost and if your insurance is saving you money, or if you feel like you're getting price gouged at the counter, you can check our prices and see if we can save you some money or get some peace of mind. Or if you're just completely not happy with the service at the pharmacy that your insurance wants you to use, and we're affordable enough that we can provide you a better service, we're happy to take care of you also.
All right, so we're getting to be that time of the year, and we'll start out talking about this first. We talked a lot. Obviously, that one show we're cut off a little bit, but we talked a lot about the changes coming up with Medicare and Medicaid and how that's going to affect people. So you want to talk a little bit about that? And
sure.
There's going to be some sticker shock for people coming up, that's for sure.
Right, yeah. So first of the year is usually, especially if you have a Medicare plan, whether it be a standalone Part D plan or one of the Advantage plans that kind of combines the drug and hospital and medical coverage also, the first of the year is when everything resets. So that means new deductibles, that means new out-of-pocket costs, as well as new out-of-pocket max thresholds. So if you want to try to avoid any sticker shock at the pharmacy counter, again, this is for other pharmacies that are not Forward RX. We pride ourselves in not giving you sticker shock at any time throughout the year. But if you're someone who's using your Medicare benefits at a pharmacy that's contracted with them, usually after the first of the year is a lot of surprises at the counter. So here's some things that we just want to talk about that you can expect so you don't get so much of the sticker shock. And again, everyone's plan is a little bit different. It's important if you know exactly what your plan details, but it also can be very confusing. I think usually after before the first of the year, you get a giant booklet in the mail and the government expects you to know that thing from front to back and know exactly what's in your plan or not. But usually what we're going to see after the first of the year is deductibles are going to reset. And the maximum deductible for beneficiaries, prescription drug plan for this year is $590. Next year, it's going to go up to, I believe, $615 is going to be the cap. Yeah. So you can expect a little bit higher deductible for next year on most plans. Some of the plans, especially the Advantage plans, they may not have deductibles depending on what you pick, but usually we're seeing a trend for most of the plans that the deductibles are going to increase for next year, which means that's going to be more out-of-pocket money that you're going to have to spend up front before your benefits actually kick in. Another thing that we're going to see is changes in the maximum out-of-pocket limit for next year. So when the Inflation Reduction Act passed a few years ago, one of the things that they did away with was the coverage gap, or what's known as the donut hole.
Okay.
So the donut hole was like if you hit a certain amount of prescription drug spend, then it was kind of you were on the hook for paying more out of pocket for your drugs. And if you spent your way out of that, the hole that's inside the donut, then your coverage would kick in and offer what was called catastrophic coverage.
We know they're all in here for the health care. They're here for the money.
Yeah.
So getting rid of the donut hole, did that actually help, or did that make more of a mess of this situation?
So we won't know exactly, I think, until after this year about what that happened. Because what they did was they went to having a $2,000 out-of-pocket max. So they said, okay, now for Medicare seniors, once you hit $2,000 for the year out-of-pocket spend on your covered drugs, that's it. You don't pay anything else for the rest of the year.
Gotcha.
Which was good. It sounds good in theory.
Right.
But, some analysts that look at this data and all that stuff, when they went back and they looked at past years in Medicare spend, what they found that was actually only 8% of Medicare beneficiaries in the last few years actually spent more than $2,000 out of pocket.
Okay.
So while eliminating the donut hole sounded good, really immediately that change would have only benefited 8% of Medicare beneficiaries. And what we've seen is, as a reaction to that, what the insurance plans have done has tried to figure out ways to increase seniors' out-of-pocket spending. So now the incentive is to get you as close to that $2,000 max without going over. So in previous years, you may have been someone who maybe spent $400 or $500 out of pocket for your medications. But we've seen this trend this year where those folks may now be spending $1,800 out of pocket. So you were never going to hit the donut hole. So it didn't really apply to you. But as the government tried to, with all good intentions, decrease the amount of money it spends and cap what seniors could get charged, the reaction has been, again, try to figure out how to shift costs to the Medicare beneficiaries to get as close to that threshold as possible without going over. So we won't know probably until March or April exactly what those changes look like for this year. But I know from the trends that we've looked at and what we've hearing, the majority of Medicare beneficiaries are actually spending more money out of pocket now than they have in the past.
So really, and a lot of that, I know as you get older, a lot of times diabetic and things like that, so there's a lot of cost involved with that.
Yeah.
I know there's been a lot of, family members I've had myself that would hit that donut hole, and then it was just astronomical costs from there.
Right.
But, they were all wanting to get rid of the donut hole, so in the end, for somebody like that, it's probably not really a good thing that they got rid of it.
That's what we're seeing. Yeah. I mean, what I've learned, and the reason why I open my own pharmacy that doesn't participate in this system is anytime, it just seems like anytime the government tries to implement something, even with good intentions, the companies always figure out, it's not like they're just willingly going to give up their revenue. They're willingly going to give up their profits. They're going to figure out another way to sustain the same amount of revenue and profits that they've had year over year and just go to a different bucket. So anytime Medicare has come in to say, hey, we're going to limit how much we pay you, they figure out a way to get it from the beneficiaries or get it from the pharmacies or get it from the manufacturers. So, and I think that's what we saw with getting rid of the donut hole and having this out-of-pocket max. And the out-of-pocket max for this year is $2,000. That's not a set number. So it can either go up or it can go down. And the way the law was written was that it could go up or down based on the average out-of-pocket spend, either increase or decrease for the previous year. So since this year we've had out-of-pocket spend increases, next year's out-of-pocket limit is going to be an increase. Now it's capped to where they can never increase it more than 5%. So next year's out-of-pocket max is going to be $2,100. And chances are for the year after that, for 2027, it's going to go up also.
Well, with some of these medications, doesn't people hit that $2,000 awful fast?
So it definitely depends on the medications that you're taking. Whenever it comes to the generic medicines or like low-cost generic medicines, not usually your generic diabetes, heart, and like statin medications and blood pressure medications. The Medicare plans, they get rated by CMS, the 5-star rating, and there's a lot of money on the line for these health plans based on those star ratings. I'm talking like billions of dollars. So they want you to be on those medications because if there's a claim that comes through for you, if your doctor's prescribing it and you're picking it up at the pharmacy at the time you should be, it makes them look good and Medicare gives them more money. So usually they zero copay these ones. So they don't want you any reason for you to get your statin, any reason for you not to get your blood pressure or your diabetes medications. But we are seeing this trend where more and more even generic drugs that are low cost but have a ridiculously inflated industry price, those are being moved to non-preferred or non-covered tiers to where the same medication, even though the actual cost of it hasn't increased, your out-of-pocket spend on what you're spending could increase. And those are usually the medications that are best to fill through a pharmacy like ours, where we do our pricing
the easy way
based
to
on
solve
the
all
cost.
this is just come see you, and you don't got to wait through all this crap.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's why we do what we do, and why you're also seeing a trend where more and more, even manufacturers, even of brand name drugs, are trying to figure out how to get their drugs to bypass this whole system, knowing that just all the bloat and the administrative costs and fraud, waste, and abuse really that happens and runs rampant within the system.
Do you think they make it complicated on purpose just to confuse people so that they can continue to take advantage of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. And that's unfortunate. There have been pharmacy association groups. I mean, even physicians. I mean, physicians have been dealing with this for years and years. That's why you don't see too many like primary care practices anymore, just because, their reimbursement has gotten cut. Money has gone elsewhere. So even physicians have been like trying to educate consumers, the insurance companies, Medic or CMS about different ways to do things, and it always seems like it just doesn't happen. But who knows? If it doesn't happen in the time that we are now, I'm convinced it'll never happen. But that's why I think for our model to do what we do, we're set up for sustainability throughout the community, where we're not dependent on what those decisions are made or not made. Really, it's just, here's my cost, here's our markup, here's our price. Does that work for you or not? And if it doesn't, how can we help you to provide a service a way that you can still access your medications affordably, even if it's not through us?
So now these 10 price there's a couple there's price decrease on, I see, but some of these medicines that are going up in price, can you offer them more affordably to people than what they're actually paying for them by going through insurance?
Yeah, sure. So with the brand name medications, that was another thing that came out of the Inflation Reduction Act. Medicare now has the ability to negotiate prices directly with the manufacturers.
Okay.
I laugh too, because it's like, isn't that what you hired the insurance companies and the middlemen to do? So that, like, everyone's realizing they don't do a good job at this, and everyone's trying to cut them out to save money. And during the Biden administration, they had the opportunity where they negotiated the price for the first 10 drugs. That goes into effect after the new year. The Trump administration has continued that process for the next 15 drugs. They base those, like, which ones they're doing based on the total amount of money that Medicare spends for them.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was a couple weeks ago, they just announced the next set of those 15 brand name drugs that are going to go into effect for 2027.
Now, are those more expensive drugs? Or?
They are.
Okay.
They are. But I think one of the good things we are seeing from this process is, whenever I come on, I talk about the difference between what medication actually costs and then the inflated sticker price of the medications. And with brand name drugs, the costs and that sticker price are actually pretty close. There's not that much of a big markup like there are with some generic drugs. But the manufacturers have decided that they are going to reduce their prices on what they charge the pharmacies to stock those drugs. And it's a lot of them. And even so, all those 10 Medicare negotiated drugs, we're talking like 40 to 50% price decreases. So drugs that were drugs that have been like $600 are now going to go to $300. So that'll be okay for a pharmacy like mine. Obviously, that means my prices are going to go down $300. However, usually with most of those that are covered by insurance, you're usually still paying a lot less than that. But that's where we would work with you to say, okay, what's your insurance coverage look like or doesn't look like? How's that compare to our price, and how can we help to find you the best option? But the good news is we are seeing a trend after the first of the year. Manufacturers are starting to lower their prices on brand name drugs significantly. We won't know until after the new year what that looks like. But we're also hoping that because those prices are going down, doesn't necessarily mean your copays will go down.
Yeah, right.
So Medicare is saving money,
right,
but will you as the beneficiary save money? we don't know. It's one of these things, again, that we have to wait and see till after the new year of what that's going to look like. But again, I'm encouraged to see that manufacturers are actually starting to lower their prices of the drugs to everybody,
right?
Not just a particular population or insurance group, which is a good thing.
All right, we're visiting this morning with Brandon Antinopoulos from Forward RX. He's here for his monthly visit. After we have news, if you want to ask any questions, you are welcome to at 724-774-1888 and 843-1888. Noah will be here in just a minute with the news on Beaver County Radio.
At J&J Spratt Funeral Home, we want to take a moment to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our community for entrusting us with your care and support throughout the year. May this season bring you cherished moments with those you hold dear. We are honored to be a part of your journey. Joseph M. Spratt, Supervisor.
Hey, it's Charlie and Debbie, along with NASCAR legend Kyle Petty, inviting you to join us for Kyle Petty's Back Then Again Country Countdown.
Each week, we'll put it in reverse and take a trip down memory lane, looking back at that week's top 20 country songs from years past.
We'll dive into what made those songs and artists move the needle, what pop culture trends made those years unique.
And you'll get to hear me tell stories only I can tell.
So don't miss Kyle Petty's Back Then Again Country Countdown right here each week.
Saturdays at noon, brought to you by Falcone's Moon Township Ford, the Latham team at EXD Realty, Canoes Body Works, and Beaver County Radio.
What's your favorite Christmas memory? We all have our own. It's nice to remember those special times when Christmas was more magical than ever. Now those memories can win you a delicious box of chocolates, compliments of Rosalind's Candy Castle. Tune in to Beaver County Radio's Driving in the Fast Lane with Frank Sparks each Friday at 10 a.m. Share your favorite Christmas memory and you can win a delicious box of chocolates, compliments of Rosalind's Candy Castle right here on Beaver County Radio.
It's hard to even put a title on what Tom Young at First Consultants in Beaver does. Calling him a financial planner or an insurance salesman or even a life coach still doesn't accurately describe the experience. That's because he brings dreams back to life or puts life back into retirement.
My job is to create in you the vision of the you that I think you can be, the place that I think you can get to. And you know what? I get frustrated because I see more greatness in people than they see in themselves. I see greater financial futures than they see in themselves. Most people don't believe they can get there.
Find out more by visiting firstconsultantsinc.com or engage in Tom Young's live simulcast presentation on the third Tuesday of each month beginning at 9:10 a.m. on Beaver County Radio and Facebook Live. All advisory services are offered through PL Wealth LLC. PL Wealth is a federally registered investment advisor. PL Wealth is in no way affiliated with First Consultants Inc., nor is First Consultants Inc. a registered investment advisor.
The best of Beaver County is easy to discover. It's right here on your radio. Tune in Beaver County Radio or watch the best of Beaver County live on Facebook or YouTube video this and every Thursday from 11 to 11:30. The program is made possible by St. Barnabas. For over 3 years now, the show has been dedicated to shining light on the great things going on right here in your neighborhood and the people that are making it happen. This Thursday, enjoy conversation and insight from an intriguing lineup of guests who are creating excitement and having an impact right here in Beaver County. Your friends and neighbors at St. Barnabas are pleased to support the best of Beaver County. The radio broadcast will also be replayed each week from 11:30 to noon on Sundays on Beaver County Radio. Archived Best of Beaver County videos can be viewed on the WBVP WMBA Facebook page. It's your chance to encounter the best of Beaver County with host Mike Romai this Thursday starting at 11. For more information, visit beavercountyradio.com.
Step through the gates of Beaver County's sweetest castle, where chocolate is handcrafted and enchantment fills the air. For more than a century, the family at Roseland Candy Castle has been creating confections fit for royalty. Rich, buttery caramels, velvety creams that melt like magic, and our legendary chocolate-covered pretzels, beloved across the land, whether you seek a treasure for yourself or a gift to share the joy. Every bite tells a tale of sweetness and tradition. Visit Roseland Candy Castle in New Brighton or order online at roselandcandy.com. Because at Roseland Candy Castle, every taste is a royal delight and every visit feels like a fairy tale.
Hi, I'm Noah Haswell, the news director here at Beaver County Radio, and I want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for listening to WBVP and WMBA, and God bless you.
The Kopesack Twins and Valley Vintage Motorworks wishes you and your family a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and a wonderful holiday season. Vintage Moped into 2025.
How would you like to make the holidays a little better? This is Andy Dangle from Freedom United Federal Credit Union with a Christmas wish for you. Make the holiday the one you've always dreamed of with a visit to Freedom United Federal Credit Union. The cash you need to make the holidays festive is available right now with low interest rates and approvals that will have the money, in some cases for those qualifying, deposited into your account later today so you can shop tomorrow. While you're there, register to win a Christmas breakfast tray from Cafe Colache in Beaver. That's right, get the money you need plus a delicious holiday breakfast for you and your family just by doing business with Freedom United Federal Credit Union. Register for the Cafe Colache breakfast tray, no purchase necessary, at Freedom United Federal Credit Union in Rochester, Center Township, or at the Northgate Plaza just north of Zillionople. You see, the interest really is in you at Freedom United Federal Credit Union. Click freedomunitedfcu.com, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Gabby Sparks. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Beaver County Radio's news source. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and beavercountyradio.com. Here's Noah Haswell.
Good morning. On this Tuesday, December the 9th of 2025, we will have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. The battle continues as residents are still not satisfied with the actions of the Pulaski Township Board regarding their decisions to change police coverage. Here's Beaver County Radio's Curtis Walsh with more.
The Pulaski Township Board of Supervisors meeting Monday night once again saw a large turnout of community members opposing a switch to the Beaver Valley Regional Police Department. The supervisors recently retracted their decision to contract the regional police beginning in 2026 due to overlooked contract obligations with the New Brighton Police. During the public comment portion of the meeting, community members voiced their opinions.
That I'm demanding resignations from tonight, which leaves Zahodny and Waggle.
You two, Mr. Waggle and Mr. Zahodny, are acting like a typical dumb Democrat. And you're not listening to what the people in this township want.
You did. Don't give anybody that look, because everybody here heard you say it. There are
never said it. I have no problem with
and, okay, so I'm done. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It was over a dog bite. Yes, you did. Okay.
I didn't say I hated New Brighton Police because they didn't show up. I said my wife got chased by a dog, she got bit, I called New Brighton Police, and I also said that I talked to Chief Walton.
New Brighton Police Department knows the area. They know the people. They've been in our neighborhood.
You're making this decision when nobody else in the community wants that decision, but you and Mark apparently.
There were other people that want it. Too bad they don't come here, and that's what sucks.
Where are they at?
Where are they at?
The board decided to table the 2027 contract vote for another meeting. You can read the full story at beavercountyradio.com. From Pulaski, this is Curtis Walsh reporting for Beaver County Radio News.
First Assistant U.S. Attorney Troy Rivetti announced yesterday that 31-year-old Nicholas T. Grimes of Beaver Falls has been sentenced in federal court to 3 years as probation plus 7 days intermittent confinement on his conviction of theft of government property, according to information presented to the court following the death of a Title II Social Security benefits recipient. Grimes began stealing that person's Social Security retirement benefits beginning as early as 2014. PennDOT District 11 recently announced that public voting is now open for the Paint the Plow program in 2025, a statewide initiative in Pennsylvania that highlights winter driving that is safe while showcasing the artistic talents of students there. Voting runs from December 8th through the 14th of 2025, and the website to vote for your favorite plow can be found on our website at beavercountyradio.com. Pitt's college football team will travel to Annapolis, Maryland to take on East Carolina University to play in the Go Bowling Military Bowl at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. The game will start at 11 a.m. on December 27th, 2025, and ESPN will televise the game nationally. PennDOT District 11 announced that today, weather permitting, a single-lane restriction on southbound Interstate 79 in Franklin Park Borough in Allegheny County will occur. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. today, there will be a single-lane restriction on southbound I-79 between the on-ramp from Wexford Bain Road to approximately the I-79 to I-279 split to allow crews from Bronder Technical Services to conduct repair work on an overhead sign structure there.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
Mostly cloudy and breezy today with a chance of snow showers. We will reach highs of 35 and lows of 32. And the gusty winds continue tomorrow, and we could see a rain and snow mix throughout the day and evening. Look for highs of 40 and lows of 23. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Tuesday, December 9th of 2025 at 39 minutes after 10, we've got a temperature of 27 degrees currently in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM and 1460 AM WMBA, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
You're driving in the fast lane with Frank Sparks on 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP. You can also stream live on beavercountyradio.com.
It's about the only place you're going to be driving in the fast lane at this point, as cold as it is out there. And with all this weather, more snow on the way again. So, we'll get you an updated forecast throughout the day as goes on. He'll be back a little bit after 11, and coming up right after 11, Curtis Walsh is going to join me, and he's going to talk with us about what went on in Pulaski last night. Sounds like everybody, the only person that wants what's going on in Pulaski is the commissioners, and the people there don't. So we'll talk with him about that. But right now we are talking with Brandon Antinopoulos. He is from Forward RX on 3rd Avenue in New Brighton. And we were talking a lot about the drugs and the confusion of it all.
Yep.
One of the things you wanted to talk about today was you have an even easier way now, all new, updated for people to check with Forward RX and to see what their drugs might cost if they came to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So whenever we opened, transparency was very important to us. Preventing sticker shock at the pharmacy counter, as far as not knowing how much your medications are going to cost until you get to the counter. Avoiding that experience was important to us. So we are part of a group of other pharmacies like ours, independent pharmacies, located on a website called costpluspharmacies.com. So it's actually any independent pharmacy can sign up to be, have their pharmacy put on there and all their prices put on the website too. So actually, if you have family members that are in another state somewhere and you want to, share the information to where maybe we can't take care of them, but they could still go to costpluspharmacies.com, put in their state, and then it'll bring up a list of pharmacies like ours, independently owned in that state, that post their prices also. But we've been working with costpluspharmacies.com to update a new version of our price checker, and doing that from a lot of feedback that we've heard from current patients and current customers, as well as actually insurance agents and people that work for the Beaver County Office on Aging. They utilize our price checker a lot whenever they're doing Medicare plan reviews with folks. And so we're very happy and excited to debut our new price checker that's on our website. So if you go to fwdrx.com, you'll see links there for our price estimator. Totally new, revamped price checker. So some of the things that are new about it. Much easier to search for your medications that you're looking for. The old one, you could really kind of price just one medication at a time. Now you have the ability to actually input all of your medications and kind of build out a price list that's on there. We also made the move this month to whole dollar pricing. So, rather than, we know the penny's going away, and there's a penny shortage and everyone's trying to scrounge up pennies to be able to give change back.
Right.
Well, we kind of made the decision that we're just going to eliminate the need for pennies
change
altogether. Yeah. So we're in the process of moving all of our front end item prices. Even I went through the process of anything that was taxable, making sure that whenever the tax is added, get you to the whole dollar price.
That's cool. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, that's cool.
And so even all of our prices now posted online on our price checker, they're now whole dollar prices, essentially rounded down to the nearest dollar. we also now show you what our actual cost
did you
is.
say rounded down?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because normally it's rounded up to the next dollar a lot of places.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So no,
All right.
what we did was my hope was to round it to the nearest dollar.
Right.
And with our system to make that, it wasn't smart enough to round down or up, but it was really good at eliminating whatever the cents was and just making it zero.
Okay.
So yeah, we updated our pricing and put it on the website. So at least that way now, it rounds down to the closest dollar of what it is. And so also you actually get to see what our cost is now. What before on the old price checker, it would just show you, what our price was, and you would trust that we're providing the same markup, not price gouging. Now we actually, whenever we give you the cost breakdown of how we come up to the price. So you'll see what our actual cost of the medication is, what our professional fee is that goes into our price. So if you're curious to see how do we get to the final price, you can see that.
All right. Well, give him an example. I don't care if you can mention mine. I don't care.
Yeah. Sure.
He just did mine while we were on break on what mine were, and you inputted it all in the system. And it's actually going to save me about half. Is that what it was? About half.
Yeah. So just an example that we did a water pill for a 3-month supply. Our regular price is $18, and I'll just go back and show you here. I'll go back into here that gives the breakdown. And then another one, a blood pressure medication for the 3-month supply is $21. So whenever I input it in there, our acquisition cost plus the markup of those 90 tablets is $5.68. And then our professional fee for the 3-month supply is $16. And that's how we get to the price of $21.
Okay.
And with the ability to actually add additional medications and create a list.
Right.
Each time you get those filled, so once every 3 months for those 2 medications, it'll cost you $39.
And right now I'm paying just about $63.
Yeah. So we save you a little bit of money.
Yeah.
We also show you now what your per day cost would be of your medications. So Frank, when you spend 43 cents a day on yourself with these medications, and your estimated yearly cost is $158.
Okay.
So we did that because even for Medicare seniors, whenever they're shopping different plans, a lot of times Medicare.gov will show you the annual cost.
Right.
As another way just to see, okay, what am I going to be saving money throughout the year whenever you're comparing? So we have the annual cost projections in there now. And then also, if you wanted to become a member.
I was going to ask you about that because someone asked a question last month about that.
Yeah. So for an individual membership, it's $60 for the year.
Okay.
You now have the ability on our price checker where you just click on the box where if you want member status, if you do that, little confetti flashes across the screen. So that you're every time you got those filled every 3 months now, it would actually bring the price of your medications down to $21.
Oh, wow. So it saves you another $18 on top of it.
Yeah.
So what are some of the advantages of being a member?
Sure. So obviously the member pricing. So you save anywhere from $7 to $9 off each prescription. So you get access to the member pricing. You get 10% off any front end or over-the-counter items that are in the store. We also will do free shipping or delivery on 90-day supply prescriptions. Otherwise, our charge for delivery is $4. And then for the shipping, we just charge what the post office charges us to ship it. We don't do any sort of markup or anything like that on there. But for the members, you get free shipping and delivery on the 90-day supplies. We also have some other services that we offer, medication consults. So if you ever have a question about a medication that you're getting filled in another pharmacy, but you can't get through to that pharmacy or that pharmacist is just too busy to take the time to answer your questions. If you're a member, you can ask us all the questions about any of your medications, all that you want. Even if you're getting it filled somewhere else, we'll counsel you on that medication just like you got it filled through us. For non-members, that's a $15 service. And then also another one that is popular is our medication cost reviews. So For non-members, again, $15. If you have questions about how can you find a more affordable price on a medication, we go over your information, try to find out what the most affordable option is for you. If it results in you getting the medication filled through us, we refund your money. We don't charge you at all. Or if we go through all that process and we can't find you a more affordable option than what you're already doing, then we refund your money also. But for members, unlimited medication cost reviews throughout the year.
So what about if someone's on like name brands or something like that? Or is there a way to get them onto generics or try generics, or how does that go about?
So we take it on a case-by-case basis. There would be some times where, it may be more beneficial to stay on the brand, even if there are generics available. One that we deal with a lot is blood thinners.
Okay.
So the brand name blood thinners is Eliquis and Xarelto. They're very expensive. There's another medication within that class called Pradaxa, to where there is a generic available. And where I think our 1 month supply price on the generic Pradaxa right now was $34 compared to, I've heard some people for the brand name Eliquis, even after their insurance pays for it, could still be $120 or $140 a month. But depending on your situation, again, this is one of the things that we go over with you. If you have poor kidney function, or maybe you're getting higher up in age, and you actually would increase your bleeding risk being on generic Pradaxa, or just Pradaxa in general, as opposed to staying on the brand name Eliquis, that may be an example where, you could save some money, but you're really going to potentially hurt your health. So it may be more beneficial for you to stay on that higher cost brand. Or if there is something that, only the brand's available, or if you still want the brand, more manufacturers are doing these direct-to-consumer options. That's one of the things that I believe that Trump RX is going to try to be, is this kind of online marketplace for all these manufacturer savings programs, so we could help you explore something like that. So we got some tools in our tool belt. Again, even if it's in the name of trying to help you find something that's affordable, even if it's not through us. And we just want to help and be a resource. So if there's anything that you take away, is if you have any questions about medications, we know that the pharmacy experience of old is not what it used to be. You can barely talk to anyone.
Sounds like you're trying to bring it back, though.
We are trying to bring it back. Yeah. So even, just stop on in, give us a call the radio station and ask questions. And at least if it's something we can't help you with, you can rest assured knowing that whatever your situation is for paying for your medications right now, you get the peace of mind knowing that that's the best that it's going to be.
Now, the question we had last month was, when it comes to being a member, what's the cost for like a family?
Yeah, sure. So if you want to sign up the whole family, or anyone in the household, we could do it for $120 for the year.
Okay.
That covers you and your significant other, as well as any children or pets that you have also. Otherwise, we just do the $60 individual membership.
I can't get over people having pet insurance. I just can't.
No, yeah. I mean, we have pet meds also. So that's another thing.
Awesome. Okay.
That's another thing with our price estimator now, is we have the pet meds that are on there, on there too. We do have access to some pet medications. We do fill for a good amount of pets, both pet-specific meds as well as human meds that pets take. Because again, the price gouging that happens.
I'm sure it's even worse because people taking advantage of people because they love our pets.
Yes, yeah, and so you really don't need. Well, again, everyone's situation's different,
right.
But rather than going out and paying a company for insurance just so that you get a $0 copay at the counter, you could actually potentially save money just by paying our regular prices. Or if your pet's on a lot of medications, you can get a membership and then get access to even lower prices.
So like if someone's not technologically smart, like sometimes you have to teach mom and dad how to use the internet.
Yeah.
Can they call you and find out?
Absolutely.
How would I save money by doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. So if if you'd rather just give us a call, or stop on in. We have people that do this too.
Okay.
We could give you the price list right there, again, printed out. So we show you what it would look like with the member prices or the non-member prices. And again, just give you the information to make a decision that's best for yourself. Again, no pressure. I usually don't talk to people about the membership option if they're only getting one medication, because it usually doesn't, save them throughout the year. But if you're on more than one medication that you want to get through us, usually the membership's the way to go. But yeah, we just like to provide you with the information. So stop on in. We can give you a price sheet. We can give you a price quote over the phone. So a lot of different ways to check your prices of your medications, and we try to make it as simple as possible for whichever method you prefer.
You better stop doing business old school, man, because the word's going to get out, and then there's the big boxes are going to be mad at you. They're going to come down there. They're going to be sending the pharmacy mafia down on you.
Well, I would say the pharmacists at those big boxes, they gladly. Yeah, they're so busy and they like to help people too. So I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but we do have some pharmacists at some of the large chains that are aware of us, and I think anyone that become a pharmacist just did it wanted to help people.
Yeah.
So whenever they notice any of their patients having the sticker shock, they'll be like, "Hey,
you can do this.
You ever heard of Forward RX in New Brighton?"
Cool.
And they use it too. But no, insurance companies. If I'm scheduled to come in one day and I don't show up, it's because of an insurance company.
Hitman was at your place.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in our final couple minutes, tell everybody about Forward RX and how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So Forward RX Independent Pharmacy in New Brighton. Again, the address is 809 3rd Avenue, New Brighton. We are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1. You can give us a call, 724-246-6257, or you can go on our website, check us out, check your prices and your medications, request a transfer of your meds. It's fwdrx.com.
Okay. And you'll take care of all that if they need their meds transferred or anything?
Yeah, we will take care of it all. Yeah, so you can either use our website for a transfer form, or again, give us a call, stop on in. We can do all the information. Another thing that we pride ourselves in is you will not get a phone tree or AI talking to you. I utilize AI in some aspects of, from the business and our marketing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that it was wild, because actually my wife and I, we were trying to change a hotel reservation for a wedding coming up that we're going to be in Pittsburgh for.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife's on one, has person on the speakerphone, and like something was just like off, and she goes, "Are you a robot?" And she was like, "Sure am."
Jeez.
And so
at that point,
and we know other pharmacies, you can't even get a hold of them, or they put you through this press 1 for this, press 2 for this. Anytime you call Forward RX, you'll hear my voice with a little intro, our little whole jingle, but it's going to be an actual person picking up on the phone, and most of the time it's the pharmacist.
That's awesome. So, all right, throw the number out there again.
Yes, 724-246-6257.
All right, well, have a Merry Christmas. And
I
guess we'll see you in January, huh?
Yes, we will see you in January.
All right.
Looking forward to it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thanks for letting us follow along with what the elves are up to in your house. Get a kick out of that.
I asked my wife this morning, they were P.O. She was mad this morning.
Oh,
They got in her underwear. Jordan stole all her underwear and put them on the tree this morning. And I put I see London, I see France. We stole all Gabby's underpants.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she was not happy this morning.
Oh, man. At least that's going to be a good memory to tell the future kids down the road about that.
That's one of the good things about Facebook. You put that stuff on Facebook, and then however many years when she's older, she can show her kids.
Yeah.
So
ours was asked our kids, do you want to build a snowman? Had a little snowman kit for them.
Oh, that's cool.
Today.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's
cool.
I'm sure they're going to start to get into some mischievous stuff now that we're getting down to the wire too.
We added Snoop on a stoop this year.
I saw that.
We got Martha on the Mantle coming this week too.
Oh, nice.
We're going to do this weekend. We're going to do one that there's going to be cookies and stuff. Have Martha on the Mantle come and say, let's make some cookies. And we're going to do that one on Sunday. Yeah. So They're just getting out of hand. So, I saw bass on a donkey the other day, and you can imagine what that was.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
Right.
Appreciate it.
It's Commissioner Tony Amadeo. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is Gary Miller, Account Executive at Beaver County Radio.